This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City. Hello, I'm John Cullum, and this is Emily Frankel.
Your wife?
That's right.
I've been your wife for a long time.
We're not going to talk about that,
No,
Emily.
no, and don't trade me in. I want my job to keep the job I got.
Well,
John.
I certainly wouldn't be able to get anybody of your quality for the price I'd pay,
Okay,
which would be a lot of money.
okay, yeah.
Why?
Okay, here we go.
That's a good subject. That's enough. I think we've covered the whole ground.
No, we haven't.
What are we going to talk about?
I want to talk about if you could go anywhere and learn something new.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
What?
Another country,
What?
here in America,
What?
go to college,
Oh, God.
online, wherever. What would you want to learn if you could learn something new?
You know who you sound like? You sound like the devil in Faust.
Why? The Faust said that?
No, the devil offers Faust anything he wants. And Faust,
No. To educate yourself, to expand
Faust was the
your
most
mind.
educated person in the world, so he didn't need anything. But the truth is, that's the big, broad subject. And, you know, when I think about it, it wouldn't be anything new to me. It would probably be things that I didn't accomplish.
Like what?
Well, I wish I had been more attentive in literature. I would.
No. Go
Oh
for
no,
new. Go
I know
for
that's
new.
not what it is.
No, I don't want
It
you
would
to
be
go-
music. That's what I would like.
ha.
And I had, I started studying music, and
Harmony and theory.
everything. Yeah, I had an opportunity to learn music, and my best friend at that time was Kenton Cole, who was a wonderful musician. He's a professional composer, but he was a great. And we talked about he was the one who interested me in Broadway, and he reminded me recently that we also were going to run off to join the circus at one time. I can't imagine
I'm
that.
glad you didn't join the circus.
No, but
I would never have met you.
he had told me that all you have to do, it's not that difficult to learn the piano, because I had taken lessons for a year and hadn't learned a penny.
But you can play the piano.
No, I can't.
Not at all?
No, like chopsticks is my.
Okay, so you would like to study music.
I would like to have gone into music deeply enough to where I could play some instrument well and understood harmonics and maybe have written some music.
Confess to the people that are watching this
Yes.
that you write music using a program called Finale, which is what professional musicians use.
Yes, well, I do that, and that the reason is that with this machine, I can pick out notes,
With the machine being a computer. This is a computer program.
and I can pick that out, and I can even harmonize. I've got a good ear for harmony, and I can make tunes. But the computer and the program are doing most of the work.
Okay, but expand this question a little bit. For instance, if I ask myself the question, I would like to learn a language. I did learn.
Well, you learn French.
I learned French, but it didn't stay in my mind.
It stayed in your mind long enough for you to do a wonderful translation of Cyrano for me.
That's true, but I can't speak French now. I wanted to learn Spanish. Right now, I think I've got to learn to be able to speak Spanish. What would you like to learn to be able to speak?
Spanish would be very good. In fact, I practically had a minor in Spanish in college and couldn't speak hardly a word. But I wish, for instance, when I did Man of La Mancha and played Cervantes in that,
Oh boy.
it made me wish. And there are certain playwrights, Spanish playwrights, that have written hundreds of plays, and Calderon and some other ones, playwrights, and they have a rich literature that I would love to have explored. But of course, French it has too.
Okay, so really what you would go after would be music, though. That's the main point. I would want another language because of communication, but you'd like...
Well, who would you communicate with, and what would you do with it?
I'd get you to study Spanish, too. I'd communicate with you. We'd have fun. We'd have fun. That'd be fun. Better than watching television, practicing Spanish. Okay,
That's
John.
right. Okay,
That's
well,
what I want to know.
that is certainly food for thought, Emily.
Okay.
And I enjoyed.
When do we start?
Well, oh my Lord.
No.
Well, anyway, it's just a wonderful thing to think about.
Okay.
And there's no reason why we can't do whatever we want to try to learn something new. That's
okay.
I'm trying to learn music.
And I'm trying to learn to charm John more than ever.
Well, you're way ahead of the game as far as I'm concerned. Well, we'll see you next week. Love being with you, and so long. This is AI.R. See you next week.